Why do killers always get caught, no matter how well they hide the body? While my wife was watching a crime show, she was amazed by the killer's method. I just looked unimpressed. The body still got found, didn't it? If I were the killer, I could make it flawless. He buried the body in cement. Who would ever think of that? I looked at my wife, Ning Shu, and casually said, "The killer's method had a lot of holes. Cement cracks when it dries, and the smell can seep out. Plus, sealing a body in cement can slow decomposition, which actually helps the police solve the case." Ning Shu and I had been married for years. I was a ceramic artist and I had an electric kiln set up at home. My schedule was flexible, so I had more time with my family. Ning Shu loved crime dramas, and that night I stayed up late watching with her again. Looks like the perfect crime doesn't exist after all. "Why not?" I pushed back. "Then tell me about one." Ning Shu looked at me, suddenly excited. I got interested too. "Fine, I'll tell you a story. The victim's name was Wang Changxing." She was shocked. "You mean the neighbor who disappeared 8 years ago?" I smiled and nodded. "What?" Using his name makes it feel more real. It happened 8 years ago. That afternoon, I was making clay blanks in my home studio when the doorbell suddenly rang. I opened the door and a group of police officers filed in. The officer leading them looked serious. "Are you Chen Mo? I'm Zhao Rong from the city's Criminal Investigation Division. We're investigating Wang Changxing's disappearance and we need your cooperation." "You mean my neighbor, Wang Changxing?" I asked in surprise. "That's right." Officer Zhao stared at me. "We received a report that Wang Changxing disappeared on the morning of August 12th. The last place he was seen was your house." Officer Zhao studied me closely. I was completely confused. Wang Changxing did come to my house a few days ago, but he only stayed for a little while before leaving. "What did he come to you for?" Officer Zhao asked. "Last week at the neighborhood entrance, he asked me for a tea set. I hadn't finished firing it yet, so I told him to come get it in a few days." Then I suddenly remembered something and added, "Our security captain, Brother Li, was there too." Officer Zhao asked again, "What time did he leave your house? Are you sure he left?" I thought hard for a moment. "Sometime after 8, before 9:30. I didn't really check the time. I was glazing ceramics and didn't have time to see him out, but I did hear the door close." "So you didn't actually see him walk out of your front gate?" "No." Officer Zhao looked around the house and asked, "This place is pretty big. Do you live here alone?" I answered honestly, "There are 3 of us. My wife took our child to visit her mother, so lately, I've been the only one home. This area is pretty remote. You don't have security cameras." I shook my head. "My family and I don't like the feeling of being watched all the time. Besides, cameras are connected online now, so there's a risk of privacy leaks." The questioning came to an end, and then came the search. They worked for quite a while but found nothing. But the police clearly weren't ready to let me off. "I heard you're a ceramic artist?" I waved it off. "It's just a hobby." "Would you mind showing me your work?" Officer Zhao asked. Of course. When we entered the studio, the first thing they saw was the electric kiln I used for firing ceramics. I was about to explain it to him. Officer Zhou suddenly spoke up. "This kind of electric kiln can probably reach 1,000 degrees, right? At temperatures that high, even human bones could be reduced completely." His words clearly had another meaning. I looked helpless. "The kiln's operating time and electricity use are all recorded. I only fired 1 batch of ceramics these past few days. I'm not the killer." The young officer who came with them stared at me. "Ceramics and a body could be fired together. Whether you're the killer or not, we'll know after we test the kiln." I said calmly, "I didn't do anything. I'm not afraid of you checking." Officer Zhao waved to the officers behind him, and several of them carried inspection equipment toward the kiln. After that, the police took the collected samples away. The next day, I was summoned to the station. The ones questioning me were still Officer Zhao and the young Officer Zhou, but this time we were in an interrogation room. Officer Zhou went straight at me. "Chen Mo, Wang Changxing's disappearance has to be connected to you. If you confess now, you still have a chance at leniency." He looked down at me, trying to break through my mental defenses, but I laughed. "Officer Zhou, stop trying to trap me. Like I said, I won't admit to something I didn't do." Officer Zhou snorted. "You think your method was flawless?" I glanced at him. "I have no idea what you're talking about." Officer Zhou seemed hot-tempered on the surface, but he was actually very patient. He kept trying to guide me, hoping to find a flaw in my words. But nearly 2 hours passed and he still got nothing. Bang! Officer Zhou slammed the table in anger. "Don't think we can't do anything just because you won't cooperate. We've dealt with criminals more stubborn than you." My face darkened. "Enough. If you have evidence, show it. If you don't, stop treating me like a criminal. This is an insult to my character." Officer Zhou and I glared at each other, and the tension instantly shot up. "Chen Mo, calm down!" Seeing the mood turn bad, Officer Zhao stepped in to smooth things over. "We're just trying to understand Wang Changxing's situation through you. Your kiln and ceramics checked out fine. We only brought you in today for routine questioning." In the end, the police didn't get anything useful. After I left, Officer Zhou asked, "Chief, I still feel like something's off with Chen Mo. Are we really just letting him go?" Officer Zhao folded his arms. "We can't handle cases based on instinct. We need evidence. Keep an eye on Chen Mo." Later, Ning Shu came back from her mother's place, and the police questioned her too. But she didn't know Wang Changxing well, and she didn't believe I could do something like that. With no leads, the police had to end their investigation of me. Thinking back on it, Ning Shu glared at me. "That really happened 8 years ago. It's not some story you made up. Officer Zhao came to me several times back then." I smiled. "Don't rush me. The twist is coming next. Do you still want to hear it?"